Rumpelstiltskin is a small man, a man of tricks and magic, and a man whose life is used to teach others about the dangers of being a trickster. The tale of Rumpelstiltskin is an old story of a miller man who creates a lie that his daughter can spin gold out of hay to impress the prince, so he would marry her. Once the prince found this out, he locked up the miller's daughter in a castle room, and left her to spin gold, and after she did, the prince would marry her. This is where Rumpelstiltskin comes in.
Hello, I'm Ryan Seacrest, and welcome to E! True Hollywood Story. Today we're going to be talking with Rumpelstiltskin, a bitter little old man who has a lot to share. So, Rumpelstiltskin, when you first found the miller's daughter in the room crying, what were your thoughts?
Well, see, I saw her upset, and this was because she could not spin gold. So I knew this was an opportunity to make some good payment if I helped her out.
And what was it that you took from her as payment?
The king ended up keeping her for 3 days. So during these days, I got her pearl necklace, her favorite ring, and here's the best one. Once she had no more to give me, I made her promise me her firstborn child.
Her firstborn child with the prince? What do you need with a child, Rumpelstiltskin?
You know, I didn't really need a kid. I just wanted one. It's like being an impulse buyer. I had a ring, a necklace. Why not her kid too?
Rumpelstiltskin was a greedy little man, a man who wanted power and possessions and tricked other people into getting what he wanted.
So tell us, what was it like on the third and final night when you had to spin hay into gold for the miller's daughter?
Everything was very fast. I had so much hay to spin to gold that I couldn't take any breaks, and I had to move very fast.
And what happened after that?
Well, after I was finished, I told the girl I would be back when she had her firstborn child, which ended up being a year later.
And after that?
I went back to the forest and did some work with other fairy tales as an acting coach, teaching them how to get paper, take what they want. Not to name drop, but I worked with the wolf from Red Riding Hood, the evil queen from Snow White, and other big names.
Didn't the whole being greedy thing not work out for you in the end?
That's not the point.
Now, Rumpelstiltskin, people are dying to know. Why did you go the bad boy trickster route?
Well, mostly for the leather jacket. But also because I thought it could get me what I wanted.
In the end, did it?
No, not at all. Being a trickster and power hungry got the best of me, and I ended up with nothing.
So is it safe to say you wouldn't do that again?
Absolutely.
And anything you'd like to say to young fans?
Yes, tricking people to get what you want is never the right answer. You must get what you want through honesty and patience.
So now for the real story. What happened when you went back into the woods after telling the queen that you were going to be back for her firstborn child in 3 days?
I got cocky, but I thought I had the kid in the bag.
Now we'll take some time to sit down with the queen herself and hear what she has to say about Rumpelstiltskin. Basically, he told me I had 3 days to guess his name, something that I didn't know at the time, or if he would be back to take my baby. So, I sent out guards to search high and low around the city for this little man's name. One of the guards stumbled upon some little man in the woods, dancing around a fire and singing a song that had a really weird name in it. The guard knew that this had to be the name that I was looking for, so he came back to tell me. And the next day, which was the third and final day, when he was supposed to show up, he was to have me guess his name. So I played with him a little bit.
So guess.
Leonard Skinner.
No.
Justin Bieber.
Wrong.
Letitia McPeanuts.
Guess again.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yahtzee.
So, Queen, what would you tell kids about Rumpelstiltskin? I would say that tricking people is wrong, and that he learned his lesson from being so sure that he was going to get my baby.
Rumpelstiltskin had hit his low at this point. Losing the child he had tricked for, and banished from the city, he was left with nothing.
Now, Rumpelstiltskin, why do you think it is that we're telling your story?
Well, because kids need to know the difference between right and wrong. And the best way for them to learn is through stories like mine and Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf.
I see. So you're saying that stories or other fairy tales like your own are there, so children heed the warnings of acting bad or being a trickster?
I am a trickster, and tricking gets you nowhere and leaves you with nothing. It is wrong.
Today, Rumpelstiltskin still lives in the woods, on the outskirts of town. And his story is still told to little boys and girls everywhere, to warn them. Warn them that being a trickster is wrong. You stay classy, Dianza. Seacrest, out.